take that on as a personal failure. I will carry 50 of the bricks, you will carry 50 of the bricks, but I will not carry 51. And what about my Auntie Sharon? It's not gonna serve them having somebody constantly remind them that they're not chasing their goals. What's going on, YouTube? It is your boy Brian Mark coming at you with another episode of my channel. And in today's episode, I wanna talk about the process of firing clients and letting clients go, and frankly, how it affects me and how I navigate through it in my mind when I have to make the decision to let one of my clients go from my program. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the vlog. Let's go. Okay, so first things first is I think the first mantra that we really have to discuss is this idea of full responsibility. And so inside of my coaching program, I'm the type of person that takes full responsibility for my students' results, meaning that if somebody's in my program and they're not getting the result that they want, that it's my responsibility to do everything in my power that I possibly can to help that person. I mean, so that's my core belief, and that's something that I live by. And so as somebody who accepts full responsibility for everything that happens in my program, I think that oftentimes what I do is I will accept the weight of other people's problems as my own. And when people, when my clients aren't taking the actions that are gonna get them closer to their goals, I almost take that on as a personal failure, when in reality, that's not mine to carry. So recently there was a situation with one of my clients where this person had been struggling for a couple of months, and we had offered him advice as coaches, and we had done everything in our power to basically give him the guidance that he needed. But despite all of our efforts, he continued to not execute on the things that we asked him to do. And so as coaches and leaders, it's our responsibility to guide people down the path. But one of the rules that we have inside of the coaching program that I run is that, and I got this from Natasha Starcheski, she says, I will carry 50 of the bricks, you will carry 50 of the bricks, but I will not carry 51. And really what that means is as coaches and leaders, it's my responsibility to help my clients, but it's also the client's responsibility to help themselves. And if the client is unwilling to help themselves, then I, as the coach, must draw a boundary and let them know that this behavior is unacceptable, which we have done. And I would say after that boundary has been crossed 2 or 3 more times, at that point, the relationship needs to end, even if there's personal attachment. Because here's the thing, as coaches and consultants, how many of us develop personal relationships with our clients? I know I do. Anybody that works with me, I take them on as a personal responsibility. And in that, there's a relationship that gets developed. And I think it's harder to draw firmer boundaries when there is a relationship established. It's almost like the people feel like they can cross your boundaries because there is a relationship there. And so as coaches and leaders that care about getting our clients results, I think it's really important to recognize when a client's behavior is actually doing them a disservice, and how allowing them to continue behaving like that will not only dampen the integrity of your program, but it will also harm that client in the long run, because that client is acting out of integrity in their own best interest, which means that there's other areas of their life that's gonna show up in. And my wife just showed up. Babe, say hi.
Hi, babe.
Say hi to the tube.
Hi to the tube.
How's my number one lady?
Well, how's your only lady?
Well, I've got Haley too. Am I not supposed to care about her?
Yeah, she can be on that list.
And what about my grandma Joan?
Okay, thank you.
And what about my Auntie Sharon? Okay, so guys, I just wanted to wrap this up really quickly because I did want to get this off of my mind while it's fresh. As coaches and consultants, I think it's really important to have values that you stick to in your coaching program and not be willing to compromise those values for other people. And I think that we all know when a client is crossing our boundaries, right? Because there's a gut instinct. There were a couple actions that this specific client took, and when this client took these actions, I felt it in my gut. I was this doesn't sit right with me. But instead I ignored that instinct and I ignored that intuition, and I was doing my best to go above and beyond to help this person. But at the end of the day, they weren't willing to meet me halfway and do the work that was required. Because at the end of the day, you guys, there's only so much that you can do as a coach. And if you're an online fitness coach that's writing programs for people and you're constantly following up with these clients and you're check in for your workout, check in for your workout, check in for your workout, and you've got one client that will not check in for their workouts, will not follow their meal plan, and they're not getting results, and then you feel you're draining your energy because you're chasing this person down to do the things that are going to help them get closer to their goals, that is not going to serve you. That's not going to serve the client. And at some line, you need to be able to draw a hard line and be this is no longer acceptable. So these behaviors need to change, or you need to be removed from my program. And one of the things that I have written down on my desk here, I'll show you guys really quick. It says document everything. And document everything for me means that I feel there's a lot of things that happen in my business that I don't share as much as I want to on video, and I do on the podcast, but I mean when it's actually fresh. So this video is coming as a result of me having to make a move in my business and letting go of a client. And I honestly don't like firing clients. I really don't. And I think that if you're listening to this video and you're thinking about firing a client, you probably are not liking the idea of firing that client either. But the invitation that I'm gonna give you is understanding that if somebody is crossing your boundaries and they're inside of your coaching program, like you're dampening your own integrity by allowing them to be there, right? And so I understand that as coaches, it's our job to like help people change their life. But if somebody's unwilling to change their life, they're unwilling to make the changes, and you've done everything that you can to break through to them, and they're still refusing to meet you halfway, at some point, you need to be willing to cut that tie and cut that anchor, because it's not gonna serve them having somebody constantly remind them that they're not chasing their goals. And it's not gonna serve you either, because your energy is gonna get drained. And so today I realized that it was like more beneficial for me to like release this client and let them go do their thing and kind of like let them fail instead of me trying to like support them up, right? Because that's what I was trying to do, and I was wasting both of our energies because nothing was happening, and I was just getting frustrated, and this client was just getting further and further away from their goals because they just were not acting in integrity. So be willing to hold the line even if it sucks, because for me, letting go of this client tonight definitely did suck. You know, I have a really high success rate when I'm coaching online fitness coaches, and when I'm not able to break through to somebody, it does affect me, because I really do want to help everyone and I really do want to see everyone win. But that's life. Not everybody's going to. Like, not everybody makes it, unfortunately. And I can do my part and make sure that I do everything in my power to help my students get the best result, and I can upgrade the program, upgrade the delivery, and do everything in my power. But at the end of the day, like, I can only carry so many of the bricks. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you got some value from this video. I'm doing my absolute best to document everything as I'm running my coaching business, including like the highs, the lows, and everything in between. So appreciate you so much. Have the best day of your entire life and chase your dreams. Let's go.